Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to my another video on mathematics for economics. So guys, in today's lecture we'll be understanding about functions. Today we will be just introducing functions. We'll not be going in depth of functions. I will just divide the topic of functions into different topics, further into subtopics. So today we shall just have an introduction of functions. Functions, myself, Aftab Bhai. In mathematical analysis, we are concerned with variable numbers. So as I told you all in the previous classes, what is important for us to know in mathematics in the elementary class is few important concepts: variables. So variable numbers that keeps on changing. Mathematical analysis, in short, is the study of relationships between variable numbers. So again, here what is the thing that we need to highlight? It is, we are speaking about relationships. Relationships between what? The relationships between our variables. This is what is mathematical analysis does. So what is functions? When you speak about function, a simple technical term used to describe and symbolize a relationship. A simple technical term used to describe and symbolize a relationship between variables. So as I told you all in the previous slide, what is mathematical analysis? Here we try to establish some relationship between variables. So that is what is functions. Technically, a function f is a rule which assigns to each value of a variable x called the argument of the function one and only one value f of x, referred to as the value of the function at x. So to elaborate this particular definition of functions, which is more in technical terms, what it says, the first part is, a function is, let us say, denoted by the alphabet f. So this is what is a function. What it is? It is a rule which assigns to each value of variable x. Each value of variable x, there is only one value f of x is assigned. Please try to understand this particular part. I'll repeat it again, now it will be clear to you. A function f is a rule which assigns to each value of a variable x one and only one value, and that is f of x, referred to as the value of the function at x. So when we speak about function, the two important terms that we need to know in functions is, the first one is called as domain. So what is domain? This variable x that I am speaking about. So this variable x, it can assume any number from minus infinity to plus infinity. This value of x, it can be minus 5, it can be minus 4, it can be minus 3. This value of x, it can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be any value. So that is what is called as domain. So domain of a function refers to the set of all possible values of x. So this variable x, it can be assigned with any value, and that value is called as domain. And similarly, this particular thing, after assigning the value of x, the answer that we get, that is f of x, that value is called as range. So range is the set of all possible values for f of x. It will be more clear when we see with an example what domain and range means and what is the meaning of function. Functions are generally defined by algebraic formulae. Letters such as x, g, h or theta, gamma, etc. are used to describe or define a function. Example, the function f of x is equal to 8x minus 5. Now if you try to recollect the technical definition of the word function, what it is? Here in this function, f of x is equal to 8x minus 5 is the rule that takes a number. So here it is a rule. So here you can see when I have written 8x, what it means is, it means is the rule that takes a number. So this x, it can be anything, as I told you in the previous from the range. It can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So it takes a number. When I am speaking about number, it is this number, multiplies it by 8, because here it is 8x, multiplies it by 8. So taking a number and multiplying it by 8, and the value that we get, that product should be subtracted with 5. So this whole thing has become our rule. So here x can take any value, and then the rule says multiply that x with x, and the product that you get, you have to subtract it with 5. This is the rule. So if x is equal to 3, let us suppose here we have taken this number, x is equal to 3. So if x is equal to 3, then f of x is equal to 8 multiplied by 3, as it is 8x minus 5. So 8 multiplied by 3 is 24 minus 5. 24 minus 5, what we get is 19. So this is the value of the function f of x. So this is this 3 has come from domain, and this 19 is our range, because this 19 is, what I am saying is f of x is equal to 19, and this answer is called as range. Now let us see, we'll try to recap two things. In our second session on mathematics for economics, we understood polynomials, and in our third session we understood equations, and this is the fourth session with regard to functions. So first we will see what is the difference between polynomials and equations. So equations consists of polynomials which are equal to something. So when we speak about equations, there is something on left hand side which should be equal to that is there on right hand side. So left hand side should be equal to right hand side. This is what is called as equations. Example. So here 3x squared plus 6x plus 5 is a polynomial. In our polynomial class, we understood different types. So we understood monomial, we understood binomial, we understood trinomial, quadrinomial, and all those things. So whenever it is more than 2 or more than 3, we speak about polynomial. So here 3x squared plus 6x plus 5, these are the terms. So these three terms together becomes a polynomial. So this is in simple polynomials. Then what is an equation? Then 3x squared plus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0 is an equation. So the basic difference between polynomials and equation is, this is first term, this is second term, and this is third term. So this are, you can say, different monomials which are making use of addition or subtraction, and when that is happening, we call such a thing as polynomial. It can be anything. It can be 6x plus 7. This is also a polynomial. It can be 2. This is also a monomial, so it can be x raised to 2. So there are various ways. So here first term, second term and third term, they are added together. So this polynomial consists of 3 terms. When this thing is equated, as I told you all, what is an equation? An equation is something where the left hand side is equal to right hand side. So if I make all these things as our left hand side, as written here, left hand side, and that is equal to our right hand side. So this things becomes a equation where there are 2 expressions equated with each other. This is the fundamental difference between polynomials and equations. Polynomials is just an expression. When that expression is equated with something on the right hand side, it becomes an equation. Next, let us see what is the difference between equations and functions. We understood what is the difference between polynomials and equations. In this slide, we shall try to see what is the difference between equations and functions. As you know, an equation is a statement that 2 things are equal in value. X plus y is equal to 0. So here x plus y becomes the left hand side, equal to 0 becomes the right hand side. For example, x square plus y square is equal to 1. It's a very interesting case over here. If I say x square plus y square is equal to 1 and if x is equal to 0, then what will we get? So in this case we get 0 square plus y square is equal to 1, or if you further simplify it, we will get y square is equal to 1, then y is equal to square root of 1, and that implies y is equal to plus 1 or y is equal to minus 1, because plus 1 square is 1, minus 1 square is equal to 1, and the answer for square root of 1, it can be plus 1 or minus 1. So here in this situation, what did we get? We got the first value for x and we got the second value for x. So this is in simple an equation. Why it is an equation? Because something on the left hand side is equal to something on the right hand side. So x square plus y square is equal to 1. So if you simplify this, if x is equal to 0, then we are getting y is equal to plus 1 or minus 1. So here if x is 0, then y is equal to plus 1 or minus 1. What about functions? A function is an expression that gives only one output on a specific input. So as you saw in equation, we got 2 outputs. The outputs for plus 1 or minus 1. But in case of function, when we speak about function, we need to have only one output. There cannot be more than one output. But here in case of equation, we had plus 1 or we had minus 1. This is not the case with functions. So how we express functions? As I told you, it can be expressed algebraically by taking help of any alphabet or Greek number. So here f of x is equal to 2x square plus 1. This is a function. Why it is a function? The reason is, if I say the value of x is 0, then what is f of x? F of x becomes, if x is 0, 0 square is 0, 0 multiplied by 2 is 0, so 0 plus 1 is 1. So if x is 0, f of x is 1. Similarly, if I say x is equal to 1, what does it mean? Here I am inserting the value 1. So 1 square is 1. 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So what we are getting is 3. So when I say x is equal to 0, what we are getting? We are getting f of x is equal to 1. So if x is equal to 1, what we are getting? We are getting f of x is equal to 3. Similarly, if I assign the value of x as 2, what do you get? 2 square is 4, 4 multiplied by 2, 8, 8 plus 1 is 9. So, in this situation, f of x is 9, and similarly, if x is equal to 3, what do you get? F of x is equal to, that is 3 into 3, 3 square, 9, 9 2 is 18, 18 plus 1, 19, so we got 19. So what are this? 0, 1, 2, 3, this is called as a range of the function. And what is this? 1, 3, 9, 19, this is called as, I am very sorry, this is called as the domain, and this is called as the range. So in this situation, we can see here that for every particular value assigned to the variable x, we are getting a unique output. We are not getting two outputs, we are getting one and only one output. So that is the reason it is called as a function. So the basic difference between function and equation is what? In equation we are having x square plus y square, but here we can get more than one outcome, but in a function compulsorily we need to get one and only one specific output for a specific input. This is what is function. Moving ahead, there are other few minor differences between functions and equations. When you speak about equations and functions, in equation x and y, whenever we speak about x and y in equations, they are called as unknowns, and we need to solve these equations to find the possible values. When we are speaking about equations and when we are studying about factoring equations, there we came across how to find out what is the value of x. So we saw factorization of polynomials. That was what we have understood with regard to equations. But when you speak about functions, x and y in functions are called as variables. They are called variables because that variables can assume any particular value. So this is the basic difference between equations and functions. In equations, x and y are called as unknowns, and in variables, x and y, they are called as, here it is, we are speaking is unknowns, and here we are looking at them as variables. The first basic difference. The second basic difference is there is no distinction between x and y as dependent and independent when we speak about equations, but in functions we find there is a distinction. So here there is no distinction, but here when we speak about functions there is a distinction. We distinguish between something called as dependent variable and something called as independent variable. If I say, just for example, if I say y is equal to 2x minus c. So this is simple algebraic expression where x can take any value. So here y becomes our dependent variable and x becomes our independent variable. So this thing we can see it as, if y is equal to a plus 3x, here also you can see y is a dependent variable and x is an independent variable. In terms of economics, I'll just rename this. I'll say instead of y, I'll write the alphabet q, and instead of a, I'll write it as c, and instead of x, I'll write it as 3p. So this becomes quantity, and this becomes price, and this becomes the constant. So other things remaining constant, if price increases, supply increases. So this is what is the function. In economics we call it as supply function. Now what about demand function? Very simple. In demand function, our slope becomes negative because there is an inverse relationship. So this type of technicalities is what we are going to understand in mathematical economics. To understand this type of technicalities, to understand this particular function, I have devoted my first 3-4 classes purely to understand the preliminaries of mathematics. Moving ahead, an equation is a function. One more very interesting distinction. An equation is a function. I'll just change the color of my ink. Which color shall I take? I'll take red. So an equation, see here, equation is a function. We are speaking about difference between equation and function, and here in this first line I am saying equation can be a function. When can it be a function? Only when one value of x produces exactly one value of y. So in this situation there is no distinction between equations and function. But if you are getting more than one value, if your input is 1 and if your output is more than one value, then that is not an function, but it can be an equation. It can be an equation. But if you are getting only one value, one output for one input, then that is your equation as well as your functions. So in my next class we will I hope till here this was the basic understanding about functions. So in my next class we'll continue with functions, and in that functions we'll be understanding about what are the different types of functions and a few examples to understand what is linear function, what is quadratic function, and all those things. Again, I'll devote one more video to the preliminaries. After that we'll be going on for our main area, that is interlinking economics and mathematics. So friends, thank you very much for being with me. If you are really enjoying these videos, Understanding Economics with Professor Aftab, please subscribe to my channel Echo Aftab on YouTube. I'm getting most of the feedback personally on my WhatsApp, so that is what is motivating me to continue with this particular videos. But I assure you, my friends, especially students of economics, that this particular efforts of mine, Understanding Economics with Aftab, and in that especially mathematics and economics, will be very fruitful to you all. So keep enjoying the videos, keep enjoying your life, stay safe, stay happy, God bless you, tata, bye bye, take care.